All right, so I have on the line with me Miss Naamah. How are you?
I'm Zen.
You Zen? You
And
good?
yeah, doing really good. I don't know. I'm getting tan in the backyard, so I'm
Yeah.
getting really. I love it.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. So if you can just for the people who do not know you, exactly what you do, pretty much what you were doing, in the nightlife, definitely give a little info about yourself.
Well, it's daylight in Vegas,
Oh yes.
or
Okay, very true. It's day life and nightlife too. Yeah, you're right about that. True. Very.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same. A lot of people, maybe I don't know if you extended. Your the listeners are from Europe, and I know a lot of people don't know about the daylight. It's just like nightlife, but it's daytime and it's at the pool. So I do bottle service for the pool parties in Las Vegas. And so every year I audition for the pools. And so last year I was at Chaos, and this year I am at Daylight at the Mandela Bay.
So okay, that's good. That's good. So pretty much to say the least, I mean, a lot of nightlife and a lot of other things are pretty much at a halt right now. So I just wanted to, and plus you live in Vegas as well too. I go to Vegas probably like maybe 10 times a year. I remember the first time I met you. Definitely, definitely you're a great person. I wanted to get your insights on everything that's happening with the pandemic, with quarantine, with COVID-19. Just and how is Vegas now? Just give us a little bit of your insight.
It's hard because I'm really doing the quarantine thing, so I'm not out. I've really been inside. The only thing I know about Vegas is how much you probably know and reading online.
Yeah.
So I know everything's closed, but that's about it. I'm at home. I just waiting to see if my employer are going to call back or really letting us go because we're only there for the summer. It's only the pool party.
Yeah.
And right now we're diving in. It's becoming hot, so yeah, it's an odd situation, and I feel like Vegas. I mean, I've been once. I went downtown, and it was desert. It was just a ghost town, and that was an odd feeling to see Vegas completely empty. So I did go one time, but I'm trying not to break the quarantine. I live with my roommate and her mom, who's 60 years old. So
Okay,
I'm
yeah. So you have to be very, very cautious and very, very careful for her as well too. Yeah, definitely.
exactly.
So even though this is actually the first time we're actually speaking in a very, very long time, I feel like you're definitely a woman of like Zen, a very peacefulness,
Yeah.
and definitely calm and and just great energy. So from your standpoint, I know there's a lot of chaos that's actually going on internally for other people that have lost their jobs in the nightlife industry. So if you can actually give your input and your advice to your other colleagues to pretty much how to weather the storm right now, because that's something that a lot of nightlife colleagues, not a lot of nightlife people just really don't know what to do because that's the only thing they have. So what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
It's a great question because it's true. I only do this in my life, although I do modeling, but it's the same. Modeling, I can't just be out there and be around anything. I can't be there physically.
Yeah.
So I think what's so crazy is it was 2 days ago, Monday. Monday, I'm following this. I don't. You probably know her, Candy. Um, Candy. She was a superstar singer. So she does her Making Money Monday. She's from
Okay.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Candy
Okay.
Boris.
Okay. Katie. Okay. I've heard of her. Yeah.
And I always admire her, like how she has so many different businesses. And I listened to her channel, and she was saying, along with another person that was a guest on her show, how this recession is the best time. Is the millionaire making people are in recession because you have to be creative, you have to see what you're good at, and you have in a way no choice. You're doing side hustling online and try to see what can you do more than just the light lap and bring the bottles. It's something that I always thought before, but right now that I'm in front of that wall, I need to find ways. So I love her show because it really reminds me of, okay, I have to figure out something that people need right now, or
Yeah.
people will buy, or people will be interested in. What am I good at? And also make a business plan, having really like why this product, why and who it is catered to, and all of this together just go and yeah, find your purpose.
Yeah,
Your purpose.
it's great insight too, because we need for the people that do have, I guess 2 or 3 ways of how to make income, especially for people who are in the nightlife industry. We need to be that beacon of light to give them an example, to give them hope, to give them, because I know a couple of people, and it's sad, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, they actually went back to their hometown because they can't come back to Miami anymore because of what's happened to them, and it just puts things in perspective, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you make from the nightlife. I mean, there is a ceiling to this. You're not going to do this forever, and not just bottle girls, not just like, bottle waitresses or bartenders, everybody really, unless, what I'm saying, like there has to be some type of transition to pretty much the next level. And, you need to use I think one of the things that we need to tell our colleagues is that use your resources as much as possible to pretty much venture and pretty much, showcase your other talents.
Yes, open that other possibilities and other perspectives. It's true. You're never sure with technology developing more and more. A lot of people losing their job because we don't need them anymore. We have technology to book tables or to for whatever it is. So it's never like, it's only because I'm going to be 40 in next year.
You are not 40.
Yeah, I
know.
And that's,
what? Man, listen, I thought you were younger than me.
Yeah,
wow, that's amazing.
See, I'm like shaved head, dark skinned girl, and 40, and I work at the beach club. And a lot of people I broke all the rules, so that's already breaking the rules. So in a way, people are telling me, "Oh, you can't model, or you can't do bottle service in more years." I'm like, if I love it, and it's for me if I love it. If I don't love it, if I'm just tired of it, I'm not going to force myself doing something. But it's not my age who's going to stop me.
Yeah.
But then when people say you have to think of something else, like a real job, because I've been modeling all my life, and I said no, because it's not about being afraid of losing what you have because you're getting older. I'm doing bottle service at almost 40 years old, and no one knows. It's not written on me.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? So it's like, as long as you love doing it, as long as you find a momentum, and then when I hit that wall, which we all hit it, not because I'm old, it's because of the pandemic that I can't work right now. Well, it's just to be creative, and that's because you always want to be, like you said, always find new resources, and you have a talent. Everybody has a talent. Just find it, and then see what other people need from that talent, how you can be of service in a way. So no, it's great. I love challenges. I think that they make us stronger, and that's a time for us to actually prove ourselves, to really go. If you had an idea 6 months ago, this is the time.
Yeah.
You have that time too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, what, other than modeling, other than being a waitress, as of right now, I see that you're educator as well, right? You teach French. Is that what you do, or?
Here and there, but not
okay.
really.
Okay. All right. Okay. I thought that was one of the things you were mainly doing. So, So let me just ask you then. So, what are you doing right now to pivot yourself to try to make as much money as possible, to put yourself in position to create a business or to create more of a business that you already have, during these times?
So, I have joined before all this, just before all this. It's a platform, it's a social media platform, but it's more on the website where they have influencers models, who are just talking about real conversation and talk about themselves, their life, about dating, about fitness, life, anything you want. And some people, there's a market for it. Some people really want to see what, beautiful people model, that they also have trouble in life, and they really want to talk about the real stuff that is going on, not only in their lives, but also because they have a voice, like as simply as that. So I'm working on this. I have a source of income. It's not my main source of income. Actually it is right now.
Okay. Not a problem.
Right now it's like, it helps me. It helps me pay my rent. I'm so lucky that my rent is so low. That's why I don't feel also too stuck. Because I've done so many changes in my life a year ago, because I was living in LA, I was paying a lot of taxes, paying so much, and I changed everything, and I'm so glad that I'm in that position right now.
Absolutely.
So that's why. So that is really something that is not only giving me a source of income, but I realized that I always wanted to do a podcast, and it's so crazy because this is the one thing that I can truly
Well,
do.
I do consulting as well too. So I mean, I guess
I know
we need to talk more. We need to talk more to see how I can help you. See, it's good that we're
crazy.
talking. There you go. See, there you go. It's sprouted out something else. See, that's even, and that's the thing too. Like, and I'm really glad to talk to you about that because a lot of people in this nightlife industry, they feel like that's really like the only thing they're pretty much succumb to and limited to. And I think the reason why is because of the opportunity of how much money they can get from it. So even though you're getting so much money out of it, then they're only focused on that. But you can pretty much take whatever you make from the nightlife and pretty much transition that and invest that into something else, maybe into a podcast, into your personal brand, into stocks, into trading, whatever it is. It's just that, the main thing is that when we do get back to what we do, nightlife, day life, back to what you're doing, is to be resourceful and be smart with what you have. So whenever we do, God forbid, but if we do get into this situation again, we will be more prepared. And that's the reason why I'm talking to so many people from the nightlife industry to give them insight on this so they can be prepared for something that may happen again. Or maybe this type of information will help them out now to prepare themselves.
It's great. I mean, you're so right about how the industry here in Vegas, although it has changed in 5 years' time, that I've been in the industry for 5 years.
Okay.
And it's true, like 5 years ago, everything was cash money. So it's even more tempting because you're not putting all the money in and you're just spending a lot. It's just a lifestyle. And I'm so grateful that I had my own pandemic. Like when I say pandemic, it's just I crashed. I was to the lowest in my life in December 2018, so January 19, like 1 year ago. I went to really nothing else left. I had to leave everything I own in LA. I took a van and I came back, and I was just grateful I had a roof under my head, and I was eating rice. I was portioning rice for 3 months. Then I got skinny. I got audition, and
okay, there you go. Resourcefulness. You see that? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's amazing. That's good. Well, I'm glad that you definitely have you're in best spirits right now. That's really great. So that's definitely very important. So, got a couple questions for you before we do wrap up. So here is one of the staple questions I have for everybody. So if there is one thing that you have learned about yourself during this situation that you did not know about yourself prior to, what will that be? What is that? What will that be?
It's actually being, what is that word? I always work hard for others. I went to work. I'm never late. I'm always even in advance on time. I always care. You probably saw me at the daylight, and I remember when we met, I had someone that had a problem on the prior table, and I did my
I remember that.
Smile again, and I like to work hard, and I realized before I never work hard for myself. If I have to, the gym is the one thing that I will go no matter what before, but everything else I put myself last. But this is a time where I realize I'm taking care of myself. I'm working out by myself. I'm doing breath work, like meditation and breath work. I never take the time for myself to do that. I'm doing yoga. That too, I'm doing that last if I have time. I'm doing yoga. I'm tanning. I'm taking care of me, and I'm putting me first. It is something that I realize I'm more productive. I will even be more productive if I'm happy. If I put me first, I'm saying that for relationships too, because I realize in relationship, I'm the same. I'm always worried about what the other person feels, and, always worried. And I know if I'm feeling good, if I'm happy, we're good. If you're happy, you're going to accept me. And with the, it's about.
You can't fill a cup with your own cup that does not have anything in it. You can't fill a well with an empty bucket. That's impossible, So I'm glad that you definitely have that self-awareness within you, and you're definitely growing from that. So Naamah, it's actually been amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So if you so one of the things too I have with this show is if you have anything as far as anything you want to promote, anything you want to pretty much shout out there, I'm trying to, either have my fan base pretty much drive traffic to you for your business, for your personal brand, whatever it is. Here's your elevator pitch. Go right ahead, whatever it is.
Well, I am a fond of raw vegan eating,
Okay.
and I have a page that's called Ooh La La Raw, and it's basically all my smoothies, everything I eat, and I'm more of a raw vegan eating more than raw vegan being,
Got it.
because I don't categorize anything. Oh, I'm vegan. Yesterday I had a salmon, and I do eat salmon because I want the resource of salmon, and what it brings me is the omega-3 that I want, that I cannot get in many pills. So that's why I want people to start maybe eating more plant-based, but not. I know it scares a lot of people. I'm not vegan. You don't have to be vegan. Just put a little more plant in your diet. That's all. That's all. So I invite people to go and check out my page, Ooh La La Raw. It's just simple smoothies. It's so delicious. It's such a trick for the mind to eat something that's so healthy and delicious at the same time. So
No, that's amazing. No, what we'll do is and then what Instagram? Where can we find you for your Instagram if you want to shout that out?
It's Ooh La La Raw.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually I guess maybe not. Well, I am a little bit plant based. Honestly, I do eat meat, but like I try not to eat meat as much. Like so, what I did was for all my protein powders, I replaced it and it's all vegan. So, so I don't have any whey protein, anything like that. So that's where I get my plant-based, I guess, my nutrition from. Now, I really do appreciate this conversation. It's been insightful for everybody. We're definitely going to talk soon because, this was really great. So I definitely want to do this again. All right. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.